Oh, what is up, best Latinis? I know you missed me so much. You probably didn't. It's like two people watching me, so I'm just kidding. I love you all so much, very, very much. I feel like I haven't. I don't speak that much, so when I hear my voice, I am just like, oh my god, this is how I sound. It's like my voice is breaking up right now, but a lot of things have been happening. Not that many, but like, the mental stress. I try not to get stressed out, but baby, the stress has been killing me. It's so weird because like I don't really speak as much. Like I don't want to sometimes. Like I just want to be so fucking introverted and so withdrawn. But also there's a major cause for this kind of shit for it to happen. It's so I'm gonna be all over the place for the couple 10 minutes, so bear with me, okay? First of all, the weirdest, listen, I have been thinking about how adults behave like children lately, and the most bizarre thing just like literally happened. Well, it started earlier today. Well, it started when I fucking moved here, which was like a year and something ago, okay? So I have this neighbor. I feel like you guys know her by now because I feel like I've talked about it maybe like once or twice. She's such a bizarre lady, okay? This is so petty. Like, if I tell you, you're gonna be like, what the fuck are you? Like, you cannot make a problem out of this. I'm not, because I literally ignore it. So let me give you a little bit of context so you can like put it together, okay? So like in April, I was about to say August, but like in April, I had an incident with my neighbor. It wasn't an incident. I hate conflict. I hate it. Okay. If I feel like you're like problematic, I will literally avoid you and that's it. But the weirdest thing happened. It's not that weird. Okay. Let me just get into it. Okay. So in April, my neighbor right next to mine, she collects everybody's trash. We have trash valet, okay? She collects everybody's trash and puts it right next to my door. Okay, there's like 4 doors. She collects them, put it next to mine. Okay, and once I was like, it's cool. You know what? I'll ignore it. Those times. I was like, okay. 3 times. She was like putting it in like a box too. I was like, what is this? Like, is it a gift? Like, are you trying to send a message? And the funniest thing is, like, I feel like I've also mentioned this. I used to smoke out there and cigarettes, whatever. But anyways, this one time I went outside. The first time I moved, it was like maybe a week or 2 weeks after, okay? And this lady was hysterical, okay? She was crying her eyes out. I was like, oh my gosh, what happened? And me as an empath sensing that she's sad, I was like oh my gosh, are you okay? I literally had to start crying with her because I was like, I hate when like I'm crying and nobody's there for me, and I usually don't cry in front of people for for those reasons, because people don't give a little shit about you, okay? So I went over and I was like, oh my gosh, are you okay? I tried to Baby, I was like, come here, come to mama. And I was hugging her and whatnot. And, I was like, it's okay. Everything will be okay. I was literally giving her advice. I was like, you know what? Everything is going to be okay. She was like, it's so weird. Looking back at it, I got like a bad vibe from her right there. But like, I've already had a bad vibe when I moved here because she was like running her mouth when I first moved here, and I was like, maybe it's because I'm a new tenant. She's like an older white lady, Karen. I don't want to say it, but like she is a Karen, okay? So I don't know if I'm speaking too fast. I don't know. I haven't kept track of my out loud voice. So, anyways, yeah. Anyways, so we hugged it out. Everything was good. I was telling her, you know what? At that even though I don't believe in God, I try to encourage people because they love this like biblical encouragement. So I was telling her, like, you know, what God has like, I was like, what God has planned out for you is so much better than what you're thinking right now. And I was telling her, like, you look back at this day one day and be like, wow, I even got through that day, everything will be okay. You know me, baby, I'm an Aries. I literally empower my own fucking self. Like, that's why I love May. Even on my bad days, like, even when I'm having the shittiest day, there's nobody else that I would rather be than with May, because I'm the bomb. Okay, but anyways, back to this thing. I was even encouraged myself. Okay, so that was over. I was like, we're good, we're cool. And the whole trash thing happened, and I got a notice. So we have valet trash, and I got a letter, a warning, that my trash is like leaking. Okay, of course it's gonna be leaking. She's combobulating. What is it called? She's like building a castle with these trashes. Okay, I was like, of course it's gonna fucking leak at some point, and it's leaking right by my door. So I got a notice, and I didn't say anything about that. Okay, all I did this one day was like, hey, could you please not put your trash right next to mine? And she was like, that shit is not even mine. She's like a white, I hate saying this, but like, she's like a white trash ghetto. Like, I don't even know how to put it together. Like, she was just so rude. And it's not just towards me, it's like towards multiple people that she has encountered with like, she has all these dramas. Dude, the police has been around here right there, literally, I don't even know, I lost count, okay, at some point, because there was just so many incidents. There was a time, okay, the one time I literally got so fucking pissed off was I was working at home, and the police, the firefighters, okay, they were here banging on the door because she was about to commit suicide. She was causing all this whole drama thing. It's like a cry for help thing. She wasn't gonna do it, but she was like, I guess she said she was gonna do. I don't know what it was, the whole situation, but like, there was a whole scene. They banged the door down, okay, like it was a small time, and they banged the door down. And the next day, the maintenance team was just like boom, 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 and I can literally not even work because they're just there like boom, boom, boom to the door because they're trying to put it back together. I don't even know where she went that night because they looked inside the house and she was not there. I don't know if she climbed down the windows, her balcony, whatever, but it was a whole situation. When I tell you, okay, that's just one, like, that's a baby one. There was just multiple, like, lately I've been thinking about, like, it's like I feel like I've moved into like it's either like a pre the station that you need to be at before you go into a mental asylum, or the station that you come after you get out of a mental asylum, because it is literally insane around here. I'm literally the only quiet one. The rest of them, the police is here every day. Well, not every day, but like more often than they should be. And it's just so wild. And the whole trash thing, she was just like, that shit is not mine. I was like, okay, ma'am. I was like, I probably shouldn't even be talking to her anymore because I was so livid that day. Okay, I was like, I never want to feel it like the way I am feeling right now. So I'm gonna have to cut any kind of communication with her. And literally I was practicing on how I don't even like speak English. So I was just like, if she ever talks to me, I'd be like, because I hate conflict. I literally hate it. I don't want to say anything bad to people. I don't want to have any kind of like, if I don't even have to talk to people, like, it's okay, I will pass up on that. Okay, so I was just like, okay, I need to cut communication because I was so mad. I was just like, but at the same time, I'm very understanding of the mental level other people are at. Like, I know they cannot meet me where they're at, like, if that makes sense. Like, a person behaving the way she does, like, I'm still understanding why she behaved the way she did, like, all those things hit me like later on, but in that time I still don't want to say anything. Okay, the thing that I will regret later on, because I'm just like, no, this is just my emotion. Later on I'm gonna feel very differently about it. So I was just like, okay, let me cool down. I cooled down and I was just like, it's like I was just kind of wanting her to be like me, like a little bit more civil, but then it's like it's not possible. Somebody who doesn't speak to people like that, who doesn't have like many records like that, or like who doesn't have any experiences like that, or maybe it's just a phase that this is the phase that I found her in, and she's just like this. So I was just like, you know what, whatever. I understood it. That's what I meant. But like, yeah, overall, it's just like I was very understanding, because that's for me and my mental peace. Okay. And fast forward back in April is the last time I spoke to her. It was that only exchange, and after then I've never talked to her. I hear her talking from her balcony, okay, like she's some Queen Elizabeth, like she's like talking like as if she's like a royalty, like she's out in the window, like she's talking but at the same time I'm understanding of that, okay. There's a little like few, I don't want to say few screwed loose, what did I say, few screwed loose screws, whatever, you get what I'm saying. I don't want to say that because it's just not like, I don't want to be mean about it, because I'm literally understanding even to like the most meanest people, okay, but that's for me. They can behave the way they want to. It's for me to not like encounter a person like that again and not have that same experience. I'm just like, let me understand it now, because it's so much better to be more understanding of the whole situation than to be angry, because you'll always be angry. Every time you encounter a difficult person, you always be angry, and you will not understand why you're angry. Like I never, my goal in life is to literally not be bothered by what anybody says or be bothered by somebody else's action. Like it's if somebody, I don't even know if that's making sense, but like what I mean is like, for example, if somebody cheats on me, they're not cheating on me, they're cheating on themselves. They said they would commit, they're cheating on themselves. Like it has nothing to do with me. I'm very good at like detaching and being like, babies, it's good, you're good, it's got nothing to do with me. Like I could never get that deep with anybody, like I'm sorry, but like I could never, even a friend, a lover, I could never be that deep where I'm just like way too deep. I'll probably get out of it like in short amount of time, maybe a month or less, to be honest, because I'm just like, the moment, maybe 3 days is the mark for me, because I'm just like a day 1, day 2, day 3, I start to feel it, and I'm just like, whoa, like I dodged a bullet. I'm very good at like talking myself out of situations and be like, that should happen for a reason, okay. But yeah, okay, so fast forward to today. I feel like this thing is getting a little darker, but I have to go get my, like, it's been so long since I've done this. Oh my god, all this in like 13 minutes. Okay, anyways, I probably should be back with the lights. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I set up my I look like I'm in like a football stadium. Oh my god, it's so fucking bright. Okay, anyways, let me just continue the story because I'm gonna get distracted again. Yeah, anyways, so fast forward to today. Okay, I ordered DoorDash, and guess what came guess what came in the mail today? Guess what was next to my food? And this is so hilarious because first I opened the DoorDash app, or like my phone, and they had sent a picture, and I saw the picture and I was like, wait, did the DoorDash like leave me a gift or something? You guys, this lady is she's like 72. Okay, not 72, maybe like 50. I don't know. She's like around that age, okay? She's like a senior citizen. As a senior citizen, you should be giving children advice, not being a child. But at the same time, I'm still understanding because there's a couple of things that are not right. I should probably word it like that. But anyways, I found a gift, and I was like, I opened the door and I was like, did I get something else? Because I just ordered like breakfast tacos and it was like potato. It should have been like in one bag. That's it. And it's a salad. Okay, you know those salads that you get in the bag? I hate those. The one you make like coleslaw with, I fucking hate those shits. I'm sorry. If you like them, shout out to you and your family, but like I hate them because I just want like the whole thing, like the whole lettuce. This is the one that they cut up and put like in a plastic bag. Like, you know them, you've seen them. They're just like there. Like, they're not, I hate them anyways, okay? I've never had them. Have I? I've bought it once. I never ate it. I think I bought it for a taco, and it was just so disgusting. It was for a sandwich, actually. But yeah, I hate them so much. It's so fucking disgusting. And it was literally right next to my food. I started laughing because her desperation. It's been like almost a year since I spoke to you. I think this is like, talk to me, because she's literally involved in everybody's life around here. Okay, it is ridiculous. My eyes look so fucking big. I'm sorry if I'm scaring you, but like, it is ridiculous how involved she is. Like, I don't want to get involved with her. I don't want her knowing my story. I don't need to know her story. I literally don't even want to think about this woman. Okay, I'm just speaking about it as what I've experienced. That's it. Because I know some of you are thinking, oh, but you're talking about it right now, even though you're saying you don't want to think about it. But this is just an expression. This is the expression part. And so I was like, let me not make any assumptions, because listen, she's the only messy one, and there's another lady right in front of me. She's also messy. There's like a gallon of like water. There's just a whole lot of things going on in their front door. Like the one next to mine, I already know she's like a whole mess. Like, she used to have a whole entire like items, like I wanted to say like a bedroom, like an extra apartments right next door outside. Like, you think there's like a garage sale right in front of her apartment door. I've taken so many pictures of it because, listen, I'll go back to that. But anyways, I'm sorry, what was I gonna say? I was gonna mention something. Fuck me. Oh yeah, so anyways, I just know she's the only messy one. So earlier today, I grabbed it and threw it in the middle of like the apartment because I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I knew it was her. My instinct told me immediately, okay? So it's in the middle of the ground. And then all of a sudden, like while I was prepping to do this video, I hear a kick. And it's back on my door. And I was like, who did that? And then I looked out. It's her. She's back. If you can hear the door bang. I was like, how childish can you be as a human being, as an adult? I'm literally not 3 times older, but like I'm literally like at least twice, and I'm 28, twice your age, and you behave like a toddler. Even if a toddler behaves that way, it's one thing, but anyways, at the same time, I'm understanding. But anyways, whatever. So the funny thing is, like, going back to the April situation, when I got the notice about me leaking my trash, I told the apartment, because my first thing is like, communicate with the person first, like in a civil way, and if they don't respond well, then yeah, I can take it like to the apartment. In this situation, the apartment, which I did. I've taken multiple pictures. I was trying to blend those words in, but I've taken multiple pictures, so I sent it to them because I was like, I'm sorry, like there's no way I could ever communicate with her ever again. I could never talk to her because I hate conflict. I hate problematic people. I literally hate problematic people who seek problem out of nowhere, and I've seen it multiple times. Okay. So I was like, I'm not dealing with this, and I sent it to that. And yeah, that's why I said it looks like, well, I don't even know if it's getting better. I think it is, but it's like, I don't know, at least she's not putting trash in. This is like the first time in like a while, which I think it's like, communicate with me. Like, it's such a desperate, like, talk to me, desperate cry out for help. Like, find friends your age, go play bingo at the nearest church. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to understand older people, but like, I want them to behave their age. But it's like, if they can't, they can't. You know what I'm saying? But also, like, my motto is always like, don't even get involved, don't ever talk to them, do the most adult thing that you could possibly ever do and behave like an adult, even when grown-ass people are behaving like children. But anyways, that's that. That was like the weirdest interaction that I've had. Well, it was a while back, but it's so crazy how like it just came back today all over again. Yeah, so the reason I've been taking time off, I think it's been like 4 months or 4 months, I think, was because I got so fucking tired of these Habesha people in my fucking comments on TikTok. Okay, they're literally insane people. Literally insanity. Insane. Okay, I had, oh, mother of God. Okay, it's plugged because I thought it was unplugged. But anyways, I posted a video a while back. It's been a while. And it was something about like, it was supposed to be funny. But obviously, you know, the Habesha community on TikTok takes things way too far. Like way too fucking far. Way too far. Okay, I want to show you this video because I'll probably just like plug it somewhere. And then you could see it. So basically, these people are so, I'm sorry, like it's so embarrassing for me to even be associated with them. If you think that's balage, go and fuck yourself. Honestly, like I am so tired of you guys because you guys are so fucking crazy and mean. And so many people would like literally fucking commit suicide on there. Like our own people will fucking commit suicide with the way you behave. It's like the minor thing, they'll take it and they just blow it up, and it's like blow it out of proportion. That's the right word. That's the right way of like putting it together. Because I posted a video about a passport, an expired passport that I will never use again, and they were just there like somebody told me, I hope it was something, it's like, I will not curse you. Okay, it takes me a little bit longer to read hard comments, but this is by far the best one I've received. And now we're gonna read it together, okay? Mother of fucked, we're gonna turn it into a song, okay? I've been laughing for the past 20 minutes. Okay, let's go. በኮመንት ማንንም መሳደብ አልፈልግም ነበረ ግን አሁንም አልሰድብሽም ግን ስለሆንሽ ንቄ ትቼሻለሁ ግን በድርጊትሽ የሆነ ነሃር ስትዘፍኒስ አውቃለሁ ፈጣሪ አንቺን እሳት ውስጥ ይጨምርሽ አሜን አሜን ብዬ ተቀብያለሁ። Thank you, በጣም የኔ ቆንጆ. I love you so much. I will put the video, but I'm gonna be saying it. I'm like singing it in Amharic for them because it's so fucking rude, and I was just like, I'm not gonna like cuss them out because I hate cussing people out. I don't like cuss words, but respectfully, like you guys can go fuck yourselves. I'm sorry, respectfully. Okay, you guys are so embarrassing. Like there's just numerous reasons why you guys are so fucking embarrassing, okay? But anyways, this was like, somebody was like, I hope God puts you in hell and burns you. Like, I don't even believe in that. First of all, it was just so like, so funny to me because I'm just like, first of all, I don't really believe in God, and I don't believe in hell, and it's so, and these are the people that put like God scripture and Mary's picture on all over TikTok. They're just like praising God day and night. They don't even have work because they're just praising God day and night. They're at work praising God. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny for people. I don't even want to get into it because it's just that like unresolvable issue with them, because they're like this towards everybody. You could, and if you don't believe me, go and post a video. And well, if you're not like non-Habesha person or like East African person, they probably will be just like clapping for you. Good job for speaking Amharic or some shit like that. But like, if you are like Habesha, post a video just talking like saying something, and just go ahead and post it and just wait for the comments. These people out of nowhere, you can literally stay on the camera, in front of the camera, and be like, positivity is amazing, positivity but amral. Like, if you say that 20 times, they will find something. They will look behind you and be like, oh, did you see that? You're so koshasha, like you're so dirty, you're so this. Grow up. You guys will never learn, but anyways, but I don't want to say all of you, because there's just like a group of them. And the funniest thing is, the other race are never like rude towards me or like anybody on there. It's like the Habesha community on top, like Habesha on Habesha crying, bro. Like, it's so sad. It's so sad. Another incident that I had was at work with, I'm so embarrassed to even say I'm Habesha at this point, because it's so, you guys are literally embarrassing me. Some of you, which is like 90%. The 10% are just out there minding their business and behaving, learning how to behave, okay? And I was at work. I was working at home, and it was like a month. It was like probably a month or two ago. And I had a coworker. He was my manager, and yeah, he was so nice. Okay, he was so nice. We were on Zoom, and he was just like the nicest person. All of a sudden, he asked me, what's your last name from? Wold. And he was like, is that French? And I was like, it probably has nothing related to what I'm about to say, but like, I feel like it is, because you guys are humiliating, honestly. Okay. And then I was like, no, it's not French, it's Ethiopian. I swear to you, this man, I would ask him questions, he would not respond. Like, I was just like, what happened? Like, I thought we were like bonding. And I was like, Ethiopian. And then he would respond to my questions, but it's like so delayed, like as if he can't see it. And I'm just like, wait, what happened? And same week was like when these people were rioting, going on a riot on how I can't even, what's that word? Fandom? I can't even say it, but it's like I can't even begin to process what the fuck you guys were doing. What the fuck you guys were doing? Okay, this was like when they were protesting. Okay, this was like all over the country. They were protesting on how America apparently had, I just know very brief story about this, how America went in Ethiopia and they're trying to like help segregate the conflict that's going on in there, and they don't want them there, basically, right? And like, I don't know who even organizes this kind of protest, but like, I do wonder if they think about like the rest of the people, like the rest of their own people, or like if they think twice about what they're about to do. Okay, I know you're probably like, that was a good protest. Some of you probably think it was so embarrassing. Imagine being in another person's country and then saying, get out of our country. You get the fuck out of this country, go back to your country and help your country. But you're in like different countries. You're doing things you would never dare to do in your own goddamn country, in other people's country. I know I'm saying country 27,000 times, but like the audacity, the mental entitlement you guys have, like the confidence you guys have built on this, it's so embarrassing. And you guys don't even have this like systematic mentality where like you don't even think twice about things before you do them. I don't want to like group all of you. Like, it's just like a group of them that agrees with this, because I've seen a lot of people also saying like, this is the most stupidest thing ever. Like, you guys are embarrassing. But it's like a group of, I don't even know what Oromo, all of that. Like, I literally don't have any idea. I just know that I'm from Ethiopia. That's it. The whole like separation thing is so, you guys are so silly, so childish. Children, toddlers. Okay, but anywho, there was something that I really wanted to mention. You go into somebody else's country and you're protesting for them to get out of the country. I want to give you an example, a good like imagination, so like you could actually see it from a different angle. Because let's say you invite someone in your house. Okay, they come into your house. Actually, hold on. Let me just say this again. You were married once. Okay, you got divorced. You left that person, right? You left that person because you found somebody better, or so that somebody couldn't give you what you wanted. You found a rich guy. The guy you were married to previously was poor. You get married to a rich guy because he can give you a better life. Okay, you get married to him. You start living with him, right? I'm trying to like, and then your new husband, and then your new rich husband is trying to help your ex-husband, give him what he gave you, like trying to help him get out of his poverty too. The only reason you don't want him was because he was poor. He's trying to help him get out of poverty. And you're like, no. That's not fair. You can't do that. You can't go inside his house and help him. Like, I know this is like going to be such a bizarre example, but like, you can't go inside his house and help him. Meanwhile, you're like protesting for him. He deserves freedom. Like, you're protesting for your ex-husband, your poor ex-husband. He deserves his right. He deserves his freedom. He deserves blah, blah, blah. But like, the person that has helped you is trying to help him. And you're protesting, you're crying out for help, and he's going there to help him. And you don't want that. It's like, I don't even know if like that makes sense, but like, it's like so weird. It's so weird. You know what I'm saying? You're in this country. You could have stayed in your own country, but you came here for a better life. Right? And you found it. But like, if this was the greatest country and you came here for a better life, and if they're going there to help your country, what's the problem? You're also in somebody else's country protesting. My brain hurts just thinking about this. The amount of stuff minorities do in different, like in this country especially. I'm a minority too, okay? I'm a guest in this country. I'm a guest. I acknowledge that. I know my place. Like, if the African Americans in this country protest, I get that. But the rest of you are literally embarrassing. I'm sorry. I love you so much. But if you're not getting treated well here, why don't you just go back? Especially if you came from a different country. Your whole life, you're just going to fight for your rights here when you could have just gone back and be with the people that accept your rights. You have freedom of right, this and that. It's embarrassing. Honest to God. I think the longer you think about it, you start to realize it's humiliating. Honestly. Stop it. Honestly, just stop it if you could. But yeah, that was like one of the most embarrassing thing. And I feel like that's probably why my manager was just like, okay, that's cool. I honestly think that's because of, that was the reason why, because the news was like going wild at that time. And I just always assumed that was because of that. And yeah, that's it on this subject. I know some of you probably not like this. I don't care. Because it will sink in. Just sit there, think about it for like a couple minutes. Would you dare to do this in your country? Would you dare to do this in your country? The way you guys open your mouth, especially the Habesha community, the way mouths is open, wide open in this country. But you wouldn't do that in your own country. Right? You wouldn't. I guess the police will put you in jail. But imagine even trying to go back. You're fighting for a country and like you can't even go back because you've just like you can't even go back because the people, like, there's a group of people just waiting to fucking attack you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're not making peace with like everybody. You're just like fighting for the wrong reasons, fighting the wrong fight. You guys exhaust me. This wasn't even the topic that I was going to be talking about. I was supposed to be talking about shows. But yeah, I will be back. I am having a lot of divisions today, but hold on. Okay, we are back. I just went on, I can't speak. I just went on a rant page, but I probably have to do like, or let me just do it all together today because I haven't decided when I'm going to be posting again. So I was trying to give you guys recommendation for shows, good shows. I've been watching House of Cards lately. It's so boring. It starts off so boring, but it's actually so good. The last time I watched it, I was so young. Well, I wasn't that young, but like I was pretty young. I probably like didn't even understand half of the stuff that was going on. Same thing with Game of Thrones. I used to be like, don't talk to me about that, because I watched 2 seasons of Game of Thrones. 2 seasons twice when I was like 19, 20. 1920, and when I was like 19 or 20, I did not understand it. I literally did not understand it because I also had like short attention span at that time. I still kind of do, but I don't at the same time. So I'm a little bit more patient, grounded now. So yeah, that's that. I wanted to give you guys some recommendations. If you guys have some, please let me know. I have like over 50, a little bit. Well, it's 50, but like that's the immediate ones that I could like come up with. And these are like some old ones that I've seen too. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first one is like the new one. A newer one. So it's The Wheel of Time. I don't know why I'm speaking like in separation. But anyways, so the first one is the Wheel of Time. I maybe have seen like 5 episodes of this, and like the scenery is so beautiful. The storyline is so like poor. Maybe it's just because it's starting and maybe it will get better later on. I don't want to like misjudge it. But so far, it's an Amazon Prime. I'm sorry. I'm like literally, my mind is like drifting in so many directions right now. But it's on Amazon Prime. I don't even know how to feel about this. It's like the scenery and all is so pretty. It's so beautiful. But other than that, like I really don't have anything much to say about it. Like I wouldn't recommend it, but I'll at the same time, like some people may like it. I hate fantasy shows. There's very few that I've ever liked. I'm so confused on the storyline. Like the scenery is so beautiful. The amount of money they've invested into like the scenery is amazing. Like I hate when that happens. Like sometimes like the storyline would be so good and like the scenery and like the other stuff would just be so poor. Yeah, but anyways, such a good, amazing set. Like amazing. But anyways, yeah, You guys let me know what you think about it, because so far I don't know what's going on. I just watch it just so I can see the set. I know I've said that like 1,000 times. 1,000 times plus. Okay, so the second one is Grantchester. I am in love with this. It's on Amazon Prime again. This show is about a priest and detective relationship. It's so different. Like, it's so different. Like, the way they put religion, the way they, like, religion is being played on the show is so beautiful. Like, it almost makes me want to be that, like, whatever Christianity they are, I'm just like, count me in, because it's so interesting. It's so, like, it's not restricted. Like, it's very, like, we all make mistakes. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's very, like, accepting of mistakes. It's very, like, human like a human vibe. The entire thing is like how humans should behave about religion as well, and like not be like, you're gay, fuck you, you know what I'm saying? And there's another priest who was like gay, and he was just kind of like having difficulty to come out of the closet. It was just so interesting. Like, it was just very, like, heartwarming. I love this. I love Grantchester. It's so beautiful. But there is this cast. I forgot what his name was. Well, that's his name. I'm literally blending my words. I'm so sorry. There is this guy who is playing. I don't even know if I'm making sense, to be honest. Sydney. His name is Sydney. But once he leaves, like, the show kind of becomes a little uninteresting. I don't even know if that's the word. But it's not, like, as interesting as it was when he's in it. So, I don't know. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. But I feel like you would like it. It's such a... I also don't like too many, like, detective shows. But this is such an interesting blend. Like, I love it so much. But I also like English shows so much, like. But anyways, let's go to the third one. Is Discovery of Witches. I don't know how to feel about this. Like, the first time around, like, the first season was so good. The second season, they lost me when they started going back in time and blah blah blah, because I'm just like, baby, you lost me. The first season was so good. I'm not big on fantasy shows, because I'm just like, give me something realistic to think about, to watch, because this is just a disaster. It is very interesting though. It's like about this girl who, I think it's about her, like, mainly it's about her. She's like a witch. She finds out, like, she's like a very powerful witch, I think, and she finds out that she's a witch, like, later on when she's like in grad school or some shit like that, or when she, something like that. But I forgot, because it's not something that I would remember. I wish I don't even have to remember. I'm just kidding. But that's on Amazon Plus. What is it? Prime time. I'm sorry, I'm like, I literally had all this shit like planned out, but I'm like speed going through it because I may be running out of time. That's why. But I'm also like blending my words. I know I should probably just stop saying that. But anyways, 4 is Orphan Black. This was such an interesting idea. It was such an interesting story. But the way, you know how sometimes like the movie directors or like the writers, they get so bored, or like they just get like, they just drag it more than it needs to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the way they just dragged it at some point. I'm just like, ugh, like I'm tired, you know? So Orphan Black is also on Amazon Prime, and it's about clones. So there's just like 1,000 of them or some shit like that, I think, because I had to stop at some point because it's like at some point there's like a third one. And I think one of the things that really bothered me is like the girl, like the main character, who's just like cloned 5 times, and it's just so hard to see her in different characters. Like one moment she's like a certain person, the next she's like a different person, she has dreads, and it's like they're all like in one room, and I'm just like, I can't unsee it. Maybe she's like not as like, it's not I'm not sold on it. I know they worked so hard on it, and I don't want to say that because shout out to them and their family, but like at the same time I'm just like, it's not such a, I know a lot of people probably like this, a lot of people did like this. I just sometimes don't like things a lot of people like. It's just, I don't know why, I'm just like, I'm not sold on the story. Like if it was a different character, I would have probably been like, oh, okay. But this is similar to what happened to Monday, I think that's on Netflix, but it's kind of similar to that. So there's like Monday, there's 7 of them, same person, named Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they're all like family kind of type of shit. They're all clones too, and I'm just like, I don't want to see the same person. It's like, I think it's the character that on both that like just I didn't like. And people are just like, oh my gosh, what happened on Monday? Orphan Black is so good. I didn't like any of them. I'm sorry, but I didn't like any of them because it's just so boring. Like it's just so plain. But shout out to them. I know they worked hard, and I don't want to discredit anybody for that. Shout out to them. It's just not my favorite. That's it. Okay, so number 5 is Homecoming. I'm trying to remember how this was. This was actually a good show, but also like they sounded so tired. Like at some point they just kept dragging him more than it needs to be. This show is about like veterans, I think, like army people who come back from being deployed, and they go into this concentrated camp. It's very like nice and all, but like I don't want to say concentrated camp. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Concentrate. I make it sound like it's a Hitler's home. It was like it's like a thriller. I'm running out of words to express myself, but it's a thriller. It's like a psychological thriller. And they come home from being deployed, and they go into this like center. It's supposed to be like help them like recover from their from whatever they've seen at war, and they're trying to recover here. And they found this plant that was supposed to make the armies like heal them, like basically kind of erase their memory from the past. And they were kind of like feeding them without them knowing. So they would put it in their food, in their drink, whatever, and it would erase their memory from the past. Like it was so weird, very interesting too. And they just kept doing it. And at some point, like, I don't want to give you too much, but it's pretty interesting. Definitely watch it. It's like not that much. I think there's like 2 seasons or 1 season. They're coming up with the second one or some shit like that. But it's very interesting. I think that's all. That's on Prime too. Amazon Prime. I love Amazon Prime. Like I fucking hate Netflix so much. Like I don't even know what people watch on there because it is ridiculous the amount of stuff that's on there. That is just so boring. If you're a Netflix person, don't talk to me. I'm just kidding. I love you so much. I love you so much. Number 6 is Downton Abbey. I know a lot of people love this. They love this. This is also on Amazon Prime, but I think it's free on what do you call it? Peacock. That's the one, I think. Yeah, I think it's free on there. But anyways, I could not get into it. Like I love British shows and all, but like I could not get into Downton Abbey. I don't know, maybe sometimes I feel like if a lot of people are into things, I cannot get into it. I don't know why. It was the same reason with like Game of Thrones. I was just like, ugh, nah. Like when a lot of people were talking about it, I was just like, count me out, baby. And I watched it for the first time last year, and I fell in love. Literally my favorite show, like my number one favorite. But thank God that I watched it like on my own timing, because people were so fucked up back then, dude. Like, I remember when I didn't even like, I was telling somebody I was watching it, and when I was like on the second season, somebody told me, oh yeah, John dies on season 6. I was like, what the fuck, dude? You are so fucked up. Like, ugh. But anyways, yeah, I'm just glad I didn't like, I usually don't tell people the shows that I'm watching currently so that they don't do the same reason now. But I'm telling you that I'm watching the House of Cards. You can't ruin it for me because I've watched it before, but I couldn't understand it back then. Now it's very interesting. Like, I love it. It's pretty interesting. But anyways, I cannot get on into Downton Abbey. It's for some people, and it's just not for me. Like, I tried so hard. Like, honest to God, like, I tried so hard. Maybe one day in the future, I'll probably watch it again and see if I like it. Yeah, and that's on Prime as well, and Peacock. Peacock is, I hate saying it the way that it sounds. Peacock is pretty much free, I think, or yeah, I think it's free. Look it up and see what it says. Number 7 is The L Word, Generation X. I think my carpenter roommates are back or some shit. No, not my roommates, my neighbors. Literally, when this one stops, that one starts. When that one stops, this one begins. Like, it's like I should probably like get them into a band because they make so much noise. Like, together, imagine the amount of noise they could do, and I want them to be rewarded for it. I know that went like sideways, but like I should probably like get them together for like a band. They would be so good. One is like a carpenter doing it for free. She's not a carpenter, but she just makes so much noise. I'm just like, she just in the middle of the night. Shout out to her though. Peace and love, bro. I want to send everybody peace and love right now. Just let her radiate around this premises. Okay, anyways, number 7 is The L Word, Generation X. I haven't watched the first one. The show's about lesbians, so if you're a man, I don't know if you need to watch this. If you want to watch it. If you don't. I feel like the old one was very like, I don't know what it was like. I don't know what to tell you what it was like, but the new one, like, I really loved it. Well, I didn't really love it because the whole vibe was so good. Like, the set, like the places that they were going, and just the whole thing was just very modern, okay? But the storyline is like the same storyline from like 2004. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a very interesting, it's very like, oh, when one person breaks up and the other person is trying to move on, the ex comes back at the end of the episode. Like, we've been through this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know if that makes any sense, but like, so there's two couples, someone cheats and they break up, and one person is just like going out there living their life. The person is like going out there living their life, and then like at the end of the episode, like this cliffhanger that they've been doing for years, like, you have to get out of that. I don't even know if there's like directors, writers listening to this, but like, y'all have to stop doing that, honest to God, because you have to, like, this cliffhanger. I feel like I've learned from TikTok, like, we're not even trying to hear part 2 stories, let alone like be invested in like cliffhangers. Like, I feel like that's what makes it so bad nowadays. Like, back then it was so good, like cliffhangers were so good, but like, and then they come back and it's like not even like, it's not even what you think. Like, the cliffhanger is not even as good as it should have been. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like the way they sold it is not even that good. So anyways, that's kind of this kind of storyline there is. But like, I really like this lesbian show. The L word stands for lesbian, obviously. And that's on Amazon Prime as well. I love Prime so much, you guys. I love it. And number 8 is Revenge. Revenge is on Prime as well. I can literally go on and on about Revenge. Like, Revenge was such a good show. Like, it was so long, but literally the most worthy. I can never sit that long for a show. Like, I can never like go through it, but like, Revenge is a very special show. Like, Revenge made an effort to show you how revenge is so bad, how it's so toxic. Like, they literally lengthened the entire show, the entire season, the season, the episodes, to just literally put it in a perfect way how revenge is so, it's such a losing game. Like, the moment you try to get a revenge on somebody, it was just so beautifully put together. Like, I love it so much, because it's so interesting. Like, that kind of cliffhanger was so good because they had something very interesting always. And this like dirt hole they go into, like this, just like digging to get more, like to get revenge. It's just so beautiful. Like, I always say, like, never seek revenge on anybody. Like, never do it. You're literally wasting your fucking time. You're not just wasting your time. Like, the moment you choose to get revenge, you lost. You wasted your time. You're like, the way I look at revenge is like, you're gonna hurt yourself more than the person you intend to hurt, because it's like a losing game. Investing your time to get revenge on someone, and it's so easy to do it, but like, you should definitely watch Revenge. Like, 1000%. I love this show. I love it. I could literally talk about Revenge day and night. It's so beautiful. And the reason is because I literally hate revenge so much. Like, the action, it's just so toxic, and it's not even rewarding. Like, it's not even rewarding. It does nothing to your life. You gain nothing but lose time, and you're gonna be so upset looking back at life. You're gonna be so upset at yourself, and it's just not even, it's not pretty. It is not pretty. Okay, but anyways, definitely watch Revenge. Like, I highly recommend that. Okay, you know what's so crazy? Like, my apartment, I don't have that much stuff, and so it makes this like echoey sound, and I hate it. Okay, anyways, so number 9 is Devious Mates. I've seen this before. When I was like 19, I think, or 1920 or some shit. Like, I keep saying 1920, like I was born then. When I was like 19 or 20, and it was pretty good. And I watched it again, maybe like not even a month ago. Like, it's been a while actually, like maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And it's pretty good. Like, I don't want to say it's good nor bad. Like, it is interesting though. Like, it's very interesting. It's very like twisted. It has like revenge vibes. Just like the mess people get into, like, that is just so unnecessary. Like, I feel like, yeah, definitely watch it. I don't even know what the fuck I was trying to say there, but definitely do watch it. That's also on Prime. It's free, I think. Yeah. Okay, so Devious Maids is about like these maids who work for rich people, and they then gossip about the rich people, and it's pretty interesting. Like, I don't even know how to, because like every season is very different. Like, the first season is about this maid. She hold on, I'm trying to remember. She claims to be a maid, and she starts working for these family who got her child in jail because they thought he killed they thought he killed the maid. It's weird. You have to watch it. It's very interesting though. Like, I'll tell you that. It's apparently like a telenova. Am I saying it right? I hope I am. But like telenovela. It was a telenovela storyline that was translated in English. At least that's what they said. But definitely do watch it because it's very interesting. It's hard to give that way, like without it's hard to tell you what it's about without giving you the whole storyline, and I don't want to do that because it's pretty interesting. Watch it. It's very good. It's very good, actually. Okay, anyways, I'll probably just stop at like 25 and just continue the rest some other time. But like, let's do, yeah, okay, 25. 10 is Hannah. Hannah's on Prime. So this one is like the 2020 because I think there's like two Hannahs. That was like one from, it's a movie. The old one is the movie one, the new one is the show. The main character, Hannah, actually literally carries the entire show on her shoulder, on her back. I know her back hurts because she's just like making up for the other characters that are just like not as good, but they are good. But like, she is very amazing. Like, she is watchable. Like, then some of the characters are very questionable, okay? But she's amazing. Like, definitely do watch it. It's about this girl who is, it's not a fantasy. It's also like, it's hard to explain because it's not, she was like lab made, I think, or they were trying to do some lab work on her when she was younger, and her mom and dad, her dad stole her from that like facility. She was in a facility with other children that were lab made, or like they were grooming them. Like, they were trying to make them they were trying to raise these children and make them like emotionless. Like, when they go out in the world, they go with a mission. If they need to kill somebody, it's like a very like, they wanted them to be like a military people, but like also without the emotion, like not them, I guess, kind of like not without the effect of doing the wrong thing kind of shit. I don't even know if that makes making sense. I'm trying to explain it in a good way. But so her dad takes her out of this facility when she was younger, and they go into the woods. When they go into the woods, the lady who was like orchestrating this whole facility tracks them down, and she accidentally kills the guy, like the mother of the child, and the dad and the child went into the woods, and they got lost in there, and they started living in there. And they started living there. The dad was like training her like so hard to be like a fighter, and she is so amazing. Like, she looks like she fights like that. Like, she's so like just like good. Okay. She's very smart. Like, she's just like very like alert. Like, she's on a, like, she has a good alert. That's just all I can say about it. And then like, she goes into the real world, and she's just like confused because her whole life has been in this wood. Like, she's never left the wood. They've made a house in there, and they've just been living in there in the woods, and she's never seen or been around other children. So she was very like antisocial, but also like not by choice, just like her behavior at first. It's very interesting. Do definitely watch it. I feel like I'm giving it too much sometimes, but that's also on Prime. Okay, I don't know why I'm breathing like a fucking cow. Anyways, number 11. I hated this shit. Okay, it's also on Prime. It's Mr. Robot. It's apparently supposed to be like a thriller, psychology thriller. It is so disgusting. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, it is just so disgusting. Shout out to the person who wrote it. Shout out to Rami, whomever that guy is. It was just so disgusting. I'm sorry. Sometimes like I don't like shows that get too deep in somebody's head and they try to react it out. Like, I'm just like, I get so uncomfortable. I'm just like, because it's so twisted. Like, what the fuck are you trying to like, it's so twisted. I fast forwarded like to the end, and it was just so senseless. I'm sorry. Some people loved it, but I don't. It was so bad. It was so bad. I'm sorry. But some of you may like it. Check it out. It's about this guy. He's working for a corporate office. Sometimes I don't even know if they're showing the realistic part or his like imagination, because I'm just like, which one is which? Like, I don't like getting into this. Like, it felt so confusing. It felt so like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. So it's about this guy who works in corporate office, and he's kind of like sick and tired of like this evil people he's trying to do something about it, and he's working with these people, and apparently those people don't exist. They're dead, and his dad was there. His dad was dead all along. It's so weird, dude. It's so fucking weird. And yeah, I just didn't like it. It was so uncomfortable. Okay, so that's also on Prime. If you want to watch it, check it out. You may like it, you may not. I don't know. Number 12 is the Miniaturist. This is like a 3 episode. It's lengthy, I think. It's like maybe like an hour, 3 episodes, but it's so amazing. Like, it's such a short, beautiful film. You kind of have to watch this too for you to understand it. Like, it should have been a movie, but I'm glad they turned it into like 3 sessions, because it's not long, it's not short, it's just like the perfect amount. I just didn't like the way it ended. I wish there was more of it, but apparently there wasn't, which was sad. I loved this. I loved the girl. She's the girl from the Queen's Gambit. Is it Gambit? What the fuck am I saying? Anna something. I'm looking it up. The Queen's Gambit. Yes, that's it. Okay. So yeah, she did so amazing. So it's about this girl who it's a very like old style movie, and it's so interesting because even their sugar was just like it was just like when sugar was like discovered kind of shit. Like, it was so beautiful. I loved it. But yeah, that's all I can really tell you. So it's about this girl who moves with this guy, and who has money and blah blah blah, for family fortune, like for the family to be like well off, I guess, for her mother and brothers, I think. And that's very interesting. And then there's like a stalker who watches her and tries to give her like information about the family that she's getting into, the family that she has moved into. It's not a family that she's moving into. It's like her brother, the guy she's married to lives with his sister, and there is like 2 servants, and they have a very like dark secret that just ends up coming out in very like small portions. But it's also interesting, like it's a little twisted, but very interesting. I loved it. And that's also on Prime. I think that's only on Prime. And yes, great. Okay, anyways, number 13 is Cleaning Up. This is amazing. Okay, this is a very interesting show. This is about like a maid who works in a stock place, a stock building, like where they do stocks. I don't know what to call that place, where they talk about crypto and shit. And she was broke. She had a gambling addiction, and she was trying to like consult the other maids, like since they never noticed maids, she was trying to consult the other maids, like, you know, let's also get into this game of like, it's stocks, like crypto and shit, whatever the fuck that is. I never get it. My brain literally just logs out. But it's very interesting because I like the way she went about it, because it's so interesting how like nobody literally notices maids in like these kind of situations. Like, it's very like, oh yeah, whatever, you know, they kind of like look down at them, or not even look at them. So she was trying to like head up, like trying to get information with her position, which is such a powerful position if you actually think about it, because nobody literally pays attention to maids or cleaners and whatnot. So it's so interesting how like opposite it is. Like they're the one in power. Like if they have more information, they're the one in power. And yeah, it's very interesting. It's kind of, well, I don't want to say it's kind of similar to Devious Maids, but Devious Maids was also similar to that. Like they never noticed the maids. Some of them were noticeable because of the way they dress. It was very provocative and very like open. But yeah, but that's that. Like Cleaning Up is the character. The main character is so amazing. She's so amazing. She just pulled the weight, baby. I hope they have like a second season. It's only one season. I hope they have a second season. It's amazing. Definitely do watch it. It's very interesting. She's so smart. Like she is so fucking smart. Like wait until the ending. It's like amazing. Okay. Number 14 is Maid, and this is on Netflix. Yeah, it's on Netflix. I don't even know how to feel about this. You know what somebody said? Oh my god, I feel like I have to talk about this before I even mention about Maid. I'm sorry. I just want to talk about Squid Game. It is just the most uninteresting thing I hope I'm saying that word right, but it is the most uninteresting thing. All this hype. The whole world is talking about it. The whole world loves it. It is the most... I'm sorry. Shout out to the writer. It is just... What? People love this? I mean, shout out to them. Love what you love, though. Like, I can't tell you something is wrong with you for liking it. But it's just so amazing that people found this show, like, fascinating. Like, the most amazing thing. The hype wasn't even like up there, to be honest. And then one thing that really bothers me is like I thought it was in English at first. One thing that bothers me is when I watch shows, I usually look at their mouth. Like I also put the captions on because I'm looking at their mouth. I don't know why I do this, but like I never. It's not like fear or something, but like whenever I'm talking to somebody, I also look at their mouth, and I think some people think I like them or some shit like that, but like I just kind of like want to see the words they're saying. I just look at people's mouths when I talk to them. I never like look at people in the eye and just like, yeah, because like I feel like I would zone out. Like I would need to. I wish also people came with a caption, to be honest, because sometimes like I would just rather like read whatever they're saying rather than just like, besides reading their lips. Like I want to read their lips, but also like look at it while I'm hearing it. Look at the mouth while you know what I'm saying. I don't know why I'm like going over it 700 times, but yeah. But yeah, and it's in Korean. I'm sorry, let me check before I don't know if it's in Korean or... Hold on. Un momento, por favore. Yeah, it is Korean. So, the language is in Korean. Like, the actual language. And they translate... And they have this, like... The person who is, like, translating it, like... the voiceover that they do. Like, I could be speaking in, like, Amharic right now, like, in my language. And then somebody tries to translate what I'm saying. Somebody that doesn't even look like me, not even look like me, but like that doesn't even like potentially sounds like me. And so I did not like that. Okay, the words that was coming out of their mouth, and no, it was so tacky, especially the translation. Maybe one day if I learned Korean, I could watch it and maybe I would love it. But for now, it's a no for me, dog. Okay. It's a dog for me, mate. I was supposed to say it's a duck for me, mate. It's a no for me, mate. The hype wasn't even it it wasn't giving what they said it was giving. It's not giving what they said it was giving, to be honest. It's just such a sad I don't know what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be the most amazing thing. It's so sad. It's so sad. I'm sorry. It's about a man. Okay, so it starts out, I feel like I can immediately know whether I'm gonna like a show or not from the beginning. Okay, so just like if you haven't watched it yet, I'm pretty sure majority of you have probably watched it, and you're probably gonna try to convince me to watch it till the end. I don't want to. Maybe one day when I learn Korean I will, but I need to see the mouth moving in the language that is being spoken with, because otherwise it's just so hard for me to like absorb the entire, like I want to understand the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear some like guy that is not even like, at least make the guy, I don't even know if the guy that's translating it is Korean, but also it doesn't even matter because they don't even sound like that, and I want to like, I want the authentic sound. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so it's about this guy. He has a child, he's divorced, he has a gambling addiction, and some guy offers him, and then he owes like multiple people a lot of money, and the guy he owes money is like basically threatening him. Why am I spitting? What the fuck? The guy who owes him money, no, the guy he owes money to is like threatening him that he's gonna kill him if he doesn't bring the money. And then somehow like this guy appears at the train station and he's trying to offer him a deal, like trying to make him more money, and he's telling him you could play this game, and they gave a brief idea of what the game was like, because I think he played it when he was a child, and they showed that, and I'm just like, is this a joke? Like, is this the whole thing? Because in my head I'm just like, but then I read the whole like little thing that they put on Google, and apparently the game is like a deadly game. Like, is it even worth it? Like, why are you going there? You could have just let the guy you owed money kill you. It was just that simple. It's just, I didn't like it. We did not mesh together. So that's that. So number 14 is Maid. Maid is on Netflix. It's a good show. It's like about this lady it's a struggling mother. Sometimes it's just so hard for me to empathize with in these kind of situations, because condom, guys, condom, okay, condom, especially if you're young, condom, put it on, just slip it in, baby. If you can, do it twice, do a double, okay? But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's very interesting. I mean, I watched the whole thing because the girl was pretty good. Like on that show, she was pretty good. I like the way she speaks. I look at people's zodiac signs, and one thing I love about, I hate is a strong word, I know, and I even hate saying hate, but I literally hate Geminis. Okay, I hate these people. They are fucking vindictive, fucking miserable ass people. But Moon and Gemini people, if you don't know astrology, don't worry about it. Some people that do get it, the girls that get it. Moon and Gemini people, I love the way they speak because I can actually hear them. Like their voice is so clear, and like air sign Moon are very, like, I can hear their voice. Like, I don't even know if that makes sense, but like I can hear everybody's voice, but theirs is very like, the words just come out perfectly, especially Moon and Gemini. Like, I love the way they speak. So I like the way she speaks, and she's very like, I like her vibe. That's all I'm trying to say. So it's about this girl. She had a child. I hate abusive like household type of shows because I'm just like, no, please, good God. But I mean, you know, there's some people who can like watch it, learn from it, whatever, whatnot. So it's about this girl. She was in a really good relationship in the beginning. Later on, when she had a child, the boyfriend, he drinks a lot. Is that what it is? I think. Yeah, he drinks a lot, and he's abusive. He's like emotionally abusive, mentally abusive, kind of. She's just like going through struggle after struggle after struggle. It's like a very like roller coaster type of experience. And like I feel like there's people who go through that like in real life, especially if you have a child. Life is so much harder when you have a child with a man that would not even be involved, because it's just so hard. Like I get it, but guys, wear a condom, wear a condom, wear a condom, if you like sex, just wear a condom. These kids, they're not cheap, dude. They are not like meant to be played with. On the like, it was just so sad to see that. Like, I mean, there were times that she was like annoying me, but at the same time, like I had to keep in mind what the whole story was about. Like, it's about, you know, a single mom, and I'm just like, can they not do this over and over again? But then sometimes I have to remember, like, they're trying to like bring in the entire like experience that single moms, not just single moms, but like single moms who have been abused by their husband. It's just like, it's so hard. And then she's trying to escape that life, and it just became much harder and harder. Like, and she goes back to him again. It's just like, my God, it's so, that life is so painful, y'all. I'm sorry to whoever's doing it. But anyways, we have like 10 left. I need to speed it up. Okay, so number 15. Okay, so Made is on Netflix, I think. Yeah. So number 15 is The Queen's Gambit. I love it so much. It's so good. It's so good. The girl is so amazing. Anna Taylor something. I need to see her. The Queen's Gambit. Oh, she's so good. So it's about this girl. Hold on. Yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy. So it's about this girl who was in a foster home, and she started playing chess with her. She started playing chess with this guy. He was a cleaner, or like the maintenance guy at the foster home, and she fell in love with it, like, since she was younger, and kind of have to watch the rest of it, to be honest. And then I loved how short it was. Like, if you've seen it, like, it was just so amazing. Like, it started and ended in a perfect way. Like, I'm glad they didn't lengthen it more than it should be, because, like, what more was she gonna do? I mean, it's about chess, and I have never seen a show about chess that was like this interesting. It's very interesting. The girl is like, she's amazing. Like, she's literally amazing. Okay. Definitely watch it. Like, 1000% amazing. 1000%. It's on Netflix. And what else? I'm trying to think. You really have to watch this. The Queen's Gambit is so amazing. I literally can't even, like, you have to watch it. Like, I gave you like very short detail of it, so it's kind of good. It's amazing. It's not kind of good. So number 16 is The Good Fight. I love this show so much. Like, I love it so much. It's amazing. I've never seen The Good Wife, but The Good Fight is so good. I love it. I like law related shows, and this is amazing. Okay. And it's so interesting. They keep it interesting. It's very like, it's very realistic when it comes. It's not like a fantasy related show. But I love it so much. Definitely do watch it. It's like one of those shows where kind of like Law and Order. Kind of like a different show, but this kind of more like law related. Well, that is too, but kind of, this is a very good vibe. Okay, you get what I'm saying. Whatever, I'm not saying the other one is not a good vibe, but like, whatever, you just go watch it. It's very interesting. And number 17 is like the Durrell of Kofu. Listen, next to Game of Thrones, number 1 is definitely Game of Thrones. Number 2 is Durrell of Kofu. Listen, if I like this show, you'll probably like it, honestly, because I literally don't like many shows. This is so beautiful. It's an English show. You have to watch it. It's so beautiful. And this is on Prime. I love this so much. Okay, I literally can go on and on about it. But it's about this family who lived in England, and then they decided to move to Greece, Corfu, and they started living a new life. It's very like heartwarm. It's so beautiful. You have to watch it. It's about this family. She has like 5 kids, I think, 4 kids, and she doesn't have a husband. It's so beautiful. You have to watch it. The Durrells of Corfu. And number 18 is Transparent. It's okay. Like, it's very cool. I mean, I don't know, not cool. not cool, but like it's good, but also like not, like I wasn't very like, actually, you know, I liked it. Never mind. It's been a while since I watched it, but I really liked it. Transparent is about this family. It's about the family, and then I'm sorry, I'm like running out of words to express myself, but it's about a family who the dad starts to transition. He finds out that he's gay. It's very like Bruce Jenner type of story, like when Bruce Jenner went gay at his age. It's very similar to that. Like, this man was very old, and then he decided that it's time for him to come out of the closet. And yeah, it's a very interesting show. Like, I liked it. It was a while since I watched it, but definitely do watch it. Transparent is on Prime. And number 19 is Broad City. Listen, I think I've watched this, I'm not even exaggerating, 4 times since last year. Like, in a year, I think I've watched it 4 times because it is so hilarious. It's a Comedy Central show, but I don't know where I watched it. It's on Hulu. I love this so much. Okay, it's so funny. Like, they are so funny. Like, I think those are like my type of people. Like, their names, Alana and Abby. Literally my type of people. They are so fucking weird. But also like so hilarious and funny. Like, I could rewatch that like 10 times and still not get tired of it. I've watched it at least 4 times in a year. Like, at least. Okay. I love it so much. I almost didn't want to share this with like nobody, because sometimes like people will ruin it for you. Like, after they watch it, I'm just like, ugh. But this, I'm just like, I love it so much. It's so hilarious. I think I'm gonna rewatch that again for like the 5th time. Number 20 is Homeland. Homeland is about, like, I feel like a lot of people have seen it. It's about CIA related type of show. It's amazing. Okay, at first I was just like, there was times where I would like get annoyed at this show, but like, it is so amazing. Like, it's like I've never seen a Secret Service, CIA, FBI show that was like that good. It's amazing. The main character, what was her name? I forgot her name, but she was amazing. Okay, she was literally so fucking amazing. So it's about this FBI. Well, it's hard to explain that, because I think it has like 8 seasons, so you kind of have to go and watch that. But it's definitely worth it. Like, it is definitely worth binge watching that. 21 is Lost. This is the most disgusting, disturbing, pointless. Like, they wasted money on this production, honest to God. Like, this was the most, I'm sorry, shout out to you. I know people work so hard on these shows, and I don't want to discredit them. I keep saying that, but Lost is so bad. Such a good idea that went south, bro, south. It went so south. So it's about these people who, the plane crashed in the middle of nowhere, and they have no, like, they're trying to find a way to get out of that, like, hole. Like, they're trying to get out of this island and they can't, and they're doing everything that they can. And it's like at some point they just settled there, like they started living there, and they stopped seeking help, they stopped trying to get help. And it was so annoying. Okay, it was so annoying to watch. At some point, like, I thought it was going to be like one of those shows where like they're trapped and they're being watched. It's like a survival type of show, and it was just such a good idea. It just went so deep, dude. It was so bad. And they started doing like, each episode was like the storyline of one person, the entire shit. I'm just like, dude, this is unacceptable. But do whatever you want, it's not my story. Sometimes I try to remember that, like, it's not, I don't have to watch it if I don't like it. But it's so bad, at least for me. Shout out to them though. Okay. I think, yeah, Lost is on Prime. You might like it. I had to fast forward to the end to see what the ending was. I'm so glad I didn't stay and watched and wasted my time. Like, honestly, I'm so glad I didn't. And anybody who suggested this, anybody who suggests Lost, I will not hear you at, like, anything you have to say afterwards. I'm just like, no. I probably won't take your suggestions on any show because it's so bad. If you liked that, shout out to you, but we're just not like in the same vibe. But shout out to you. And yeah, so like I said, it's on Prime. 22 is The Boys. I love this. I hate Marvel shows. I hate any like superhero related. Listen, I hate fantasy shows. There's very few that I've ever liked, and that's just if it's like HBO fantasy. Nobody makes fantasy show like HBO. It's so amazing. It's literally the most amazing shows that they create. Okay, they invest some money in there. Okay, baby. But they do it so well. They do it so fucking well. Amazing. Okay, but anyways, number 22 is The Boys. The Boys is about, this is why I like this show, because it's so different. Okay, it's about these superheroes. It's hold on. So it's about these superheroes who are actually who are the bad guys on this. Like, usually they're the good guys saving the day and whatnot, but on this, like, I can't talk, I can't speak. On this show, they're the bad guys, so it's pretty interesting. The whole storyline is pretty interesting, so it has some like realism in it, so that's kind of why I like it. But also, like, the whole flying and the whole superhero shit, it's not that much, like, it's very brief, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Number 22 is The Boys. Is on Prime, Amazon Prime, so check it out, boy. Number 23 is Life in Pieces. This is actually so funny. It's so funny. I wish they've never ended the show because they are such hilarious people. Like, it's a short show, like, I think like 20 minutes or like, what is it, 25 minutes, 30 minutes show, and every show is different, so it's kind of cool. I don't really like shows like that, but this case is good. I like long storylines, sensible storylines. Number 24 is Catastrophe, and this show, this is actually also an interesting show. Definitely do watch it. It's about this Irish lady. I don't know if they met in London. I don't know what the storyline was, but like, they meet in London, have a one night stand. It's on Prime. They meet in London, I think. The guy is from America. She sounds Irish, but I think she's like from London on the show. They meet there, they have a one night stand. She ends up being pregnant, and immediately this man was just like, I'm gonna be involved in the child's life, and they start being together and they start living their life together. And he was very like available and present. And it's pretty funny. It has its funny moments, but it's also like, it's interesting. It's so interesting. I don't know how people be having these children's, boy. Like, it's crazy out there. Where are the condoms? Okay. But if you don't have your kids, have them. So let me not stab you. So 25 is the Nevers. That's probably where I'm going to stop and continue some other time because I guess, yeah. But anyways, number 25 is the Nevers. This is another amazing HBO fantasy show. It's so amazing. I'm over here like it was an amazing show, but then I'm trying to remember the storyline. So it's about like these it's about these powerful people. You have to watch it. Okay, I can't give you too much. It's on Amazon Prime and also like on what is it, HBO. But yeah, it's such an interesting show. I really loved it. I hope they're coming back because sometimes they make a really good show and then they never come back. Like, that is an amazing fantasy show. Like, I wish the good wheel, what is it? The Wheel of Time was something similar to that, because like the storyline, also like the vibe and the whole like was like matching. You know, the Nevers matches that. Like the storyline and the whole like, baby, they invested well on that show. Like, but also like the storyline really came through to save the day too. So I don't know, the Wheel of Time was such a disappointment for me because just so uninteresting, dude. But might get interesting in the future. I don't know. I feel like I'm blabbing. I haven't heard my voice like out loud for the song, so I feel like that should be it. I might not even post this, who knows. But welcome back. We are coming back. I don't know when I'm gonna start posting again because I feel like I still need to, like, I don't know, I've got like a lot of other nonsense on top of my head that I need to resolve before I start doing other things. I should have probably waited to do this, but I've already started, so that's why I'm like trying to pop in and trying to start the new year with like, you know, starting to do more videos. So that's that. So shout out to you and your family. I love you so much. I love you so much. Okay, I'll probably be back next week for sure, if I'm not like dead or something. But for sure, probably, yeah, I'll try to do at least like once a week. But yeah, shout out to you and your family. I love you so much. Spread peace and love out there. All right, peace and love, baby, everywhere you go. All right, so deuces, babies.